Remember 1962, and you got that pinwheel going around, and wham, I wake up. It's 1962. Remember the year? That's when the Twilight Zone was on. I have been in the Twilight Zone for 2 months. Now, I come from Simi Valley, which is way over here. And I've worked my way over that now I'm here. Leisure World is right behind us. When I get up in the morning and I look around, everything I see is 1962. Let me tell you. First of all, the building is 1962. The windows are 1962. I go into this kitchen, which is so small that I have to turn around to walk in. It doesn't have a dishwasher. No dishwasher. I don't remember not having a dishwasher in my life. In 1962, they didn't have garbage disposals. We got a garbage disposal in there, but I don't see it. Now, washer and dryer. What's that? In 1962, you had to go to the laundromat, unless you were rich. In those days, rich. Do you remember, I don't know if any of you remember 1962, whether you had a dishwasher in your house? There's no dishwasher. I was talking to somebody and he says, oh yeah, we had to hook up the hoses from the sink to run the dishwasher. And we're finished, we put the dishwasher away. Well, that's already a step up from most houses which had no dishwasher. I go in, no dishwasher. So when I look around the place, everything I see is 1962. It hasn't been remodeled. The place I'm in hasn't been occupied for 25 years, and they haven't remodeled it in 50 years, which is when it was built. So I'm sitting there in the Twilight Zone. Walk out. I walk around the neighborhood. All I see is 1962. You even look at the people. They're old. They're from before 1962. This is driving me crazy. By the way, air conditioning. In 1962, I remember my mother put in air conditioning in our house. They didn't have air conditioning in most houses in 1962. So, if I don't get in my car, which gives me a hint, just a hint, that maybe there's somewhere else besides being in the Twilight Zone, 1962, I'm lost. So I get in my car, I drive out the gate, and whammo, I move forward in time exactly 50 years to 2012. Now, let me tell you about the future. 2012. You go get a hamburger at Carl's Jr. It's 10 times what it was in 1962. It was about 30 cents in 62. Now it's $3, $4. You go get a job, and they pay you a minimum wage, which is $8. But back in 62, minimum wage was 10 cents an hour. I remember working for 10 cents an hour when I was 11 years old. And we used 62, you have gas stations on every corner. But in 2012, you know what you got on every corner? You got a drugstore and banks. What is this obsession with drugs and banks? Why do you need so many banks? There's not enough space in one bank. You got to go get another bank to put your money in. But this is what I'm seeing. And I see all these old people walking around in 2012. Isn't there any young people around? I don't see any. I see we have a couple in our audience. It's nice to see young, beautiful women. They have to look at old men. But, so this is what my life has become. My life has become going in and out of the Twilight Zone. Now, I want out of the Twilight Zone. So, if you have any suggestions on how for me to get out of the Twilight Zone, would you please Send it to me. Because I don't like being old. I don't like living in a house that's 50 years old. I don't like living without dishwashers and washing machines and air conditioning and all of these things. I want to move up to 2012. So the Twilight Zone in me is not a program I want to have anything to do with. Not a Toastmaster.